All right, what's up, guys? So I don't know what coffee I'm doing today. I didn't plan it. Let me look, see what I got. Um, you know what? We're gonna do the caramel brulee. I do like this coffee. I was saving it in case the fan wanted to drink some for Christmas, but we ended up drinking that Christmas at Biltmore. So I think this is the last part of this I can make. Then we'll pour. Oh my god, it just smells so good the moment I open it. I just want to like strap it to my head and walk around all day with that smell. All right, let me count this out. I don't know if I even have a full pot left in here, but we'll see. One, two, three. It's gonna be awfully close. I think we make it though. Four and five. I'm done wrestling with this bag. So we're gonna get that cranking. Pour the rest into this leftover bin. Now we have like four different coffees. It's like blueberry creme brulee. I don't remember what the other two are. Hazelnut, and there's one other in there, I think. It's gonna be interesting when we try it, you know? All right, so I'm just like, my sinuses are draining like crazy all of a sudden. So, I don't know what I'm planning to talk about today. I don't really have anything to say except I hope everyone had a good holiday weekend. Well, I mean, I guess it's still technically the weekend for most people, right? Uh, I am going to just be streaming Warframe today. The primary reason is because it's got two of my favorite weapons as the incarnons for the Duviri circuit right now. That is Dread and Hate. And those are the weapons I used on my Necros build, which was my original main. And I've never been had the opportunity to unlock those just because when I was playing, it never happened to be in a rotation in rotation in a week that I was active in the game. And here they are. Now, I've been active in the game this week, but there's been four things going on, three things at least. Christmas, right? And all the family stuff. I guess working on the house a little bit to make it better for when they show up for Christmas was the fourth thing I added. But there's been two things going on in Warframe that really prevented me from farming the Duveri circuit so far. One is the new event that came with the release of Uriel. The they give you like ascension tokens or whatever the fuck they're called, and I farmed that because there were a whole bunch of um what do they call it? Arcanes that I didn't have max ranked yet that were available. Also bought like all the lenses so I can sell some of them on the market later. I guess I don't need the Naramon lenses at all because my Naramon's all 100% maxed out. And then the other thing I did was um what you may call it. Barrow Katir was in town this week, and he actually had three mods I really wanted. He had five mods and three weapons I really wanted, but I did the math, and that was going to be like almost 4K ducats, and I had like 20 to start the week, and most of my prime parts are for primes that I'm actually farming. I was grinding a bit last night on my day off, and I got the thing I really wanted most, which was primed heated charge, which it allows me to switch my titania build from a electricity focused build to a heat focused build, and um, then I kind of ran out of steam. I did a couple more, but that grind to get 4,000 ducats is pretty insane. So I ended up doing something I never do, which is sell prime parts that are not duplicates or that I haven't already built. I did go through and like check to make sure those parts weren't currently vaulted, but it was kind of annoying. But at the same time, I needed to get primed flow, and what was the other one? Oh, the primed shotgun damage mod. I forget what that one's called. It's just buffs all point blank. Uh, the ones I didn't get that I kind of wanted, primed Rubitoline barrel, which is the arch gun damage mod. Okay, it looks like the coffee's ready. Where's my coffee? Well, uh, that would have been a nice to have, you know, because even though arch gun damage isn't hugely important, you know, I still do, especially because as far as I'm aware, you generally don't ever need steel path levels of damage for arch gun. Even when I've done steel path like submersible missions, it seems that there's some balancing done so that the enemies aren't just impossible to damage. Plus, I have a Larkspur Prime, which is the primary weapon I use on my arch gun, and that thing shreds, and I don't even have it like form it up or anything. Um, so that would have been a nice to have, you know. But especially with the lack of formal on my Larkspur Prime, it's just I didn't really need it. Need it. Ooh, I put coconut milk in there. Oh well. I used to put coconut milk in all my coffee. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I prefer half and half though. What I like to use the coconut milk for is my morning tea that I drink before. We'll add a little bit of half and half just to balance the flavors out. Actually, you know, this might be really good because it's the caramel brulee. Add a little bit of a hint of coconut to it. We have. I need to go grocery shopping this week. Get some honey. Normally, so my morning tea. I've probably said this before, but I'm going to say it again because I don't remember saying it before. It just happens to be what's on my mind. My morning tea is Earl Grey with coconut milk, and I've definitely said this before because I talked about how lucky I am to be able to do this. You know, when some people like can't even afford basic essentials during this time of year. Earl Grey with coconut milk and raw honey. Unfortunately, I'm all out of raw honey because I'm a fucking idiot. I was staring at the store. I was like, I think I'm good. And then I get home and I have literally none. But yeah, that's generally what I use the coconut milk for. And then I just use the regular half and half for coffee. I've tried the raw honey in coffee before because that's kind of better for you than highly processed granulated sugar. But I didn't really like it. I think it would work good in some coffees, but not all of them. Whereas sugar just sweetens everything equally. But yeah, so there were some nice weapons I wanted to get to, but didn't end up doing that. So that's the main reason I haven't farmed any Duviri yet. The combination of mostly Christmas, because I haven't really been playing Warframe, you know? Is this gonna spill? It's kind of fuller than I normally do because we put the wrong milk in it, and I put the right milk in it too. Oh god, that's delicious. Mmm. Oh my god. It actually legit just tastes like a caramel or a creme brulee with the coconut milk for whatever reason. It literally gives it that burnt flavor. It brings out the burnt flavor, but in a good way, you know? Let me get another sip of that. Oh yeah, that's doing it. All right, so yeah, I'm just grinding Warframe today. There's like, by the time you see this, there'll probably be like 6 or 7 hours left until the weekly reset. So I need to get at the very least hate, but I would also like to get despair because I mostly just do melee on Necros. That's why the first school I maxed out was Neramon. I'm working on Uneru right now because that one has the cool ability. There's two really cool things for it. It has the ability to armor strip. It gives like the ability. Each school gives your operator two Warframe like abilities. My hands kind of cramped up. I'm gonna just massage this real quick while we talk. Each school gives your Warframe two abilities, which are like a, I mean, your operator, two abilities which are like a Warframe that you can just use and cast using your Void energy. And each school also gives you two Waybound abilities, which once you unlock with an Eidolon shard, will be able to, it will give you a bonus. It will give you those bonuses even when that isn't your active school, right? So, um, especially because I was a Necros main and then an Oberon main, I used a lot of melee weapons, like just super melee focused all the time. And that's why I went Neramon first. Now, though, as a Titania, I think my favorite and the one I'm going to stick on most often is going to be Unaru because, or however you say it, Unairu, I think. I'm probably spelling it wrong too. But the thing I like most about it is it's got an ability that you throw like a little caustic bomb that will do armor strip. And I don't really have armor strip in my kit. There's 50% armor strip for um, dealing heat damage. And also, I get additional armor strip on my sword because I deal corrosive with the arcane I'm using. So there's a little bit of armor strip now, but I'm also kind of dealing a little bit less damage because I have less multi shot. It's weird. Anyways, at least through high level armor stuff, anything I can like headshot just dies equally as fast. But I also haven't fully maxed the new build. You know, we're still in the process of migrating things over. Last night, for example, I just got the primed heated charge. I was using normal heated charge until then, and that basically brought my base damage up to the same level it was with electricity. But now the build just works slightly differently. I have more base damage on my gun, but less multi shot. So I don't really wipe out groups of enemies as quickly, but I'll also deal more single target damage. The point is, even though I have more armor strip now than when I started using Uneru, it's still only 50% armor strip. And the thing I really want is the other ability, which or the it's not ability. The other ability strips shields. It's the other passive that it provides. It adds two passives that are really useful. One is just a straight up armor bonus to both my frame and my operator. The other is that it allows self revives by getting kills with your operator. And that's what I really need the armor strip for. Because especially if you're doing Steel Path and you're like on Grineer, you pop out, and even with a pretty well set up moat amp, I mean, not moat amp, just pretty well set up amp, which I don't have. I just use Siraku, mostly because Sirocco, whatever it's called, mostly because I like the poo poo. The pew pew. Why, bro? The This is the first coffee, right? We had some tea. We're not fully woken up yet, right? No, this still call it the holiday hangover. I don't actually get drink enough to get hangovers, but I did have like two or three glasses of wine a couple days ago. Last time I think I drank before that. Well, no, it was Halloween and then July. But we're just I can't talk today. I don't know why. I like the pew pew. I just don't like the amps. I wish I could mod the Sirocco to make it as strong as some of the endgame amps, you know? But uh, if you use the reload feature, there's a timed reload feature where you deal like a guaranteed crit. Uh, it can be pretty powerful if you're getting those guaranteed crits on headshots. But especially with um, enemies with armors and strong shields, it can be tough to get operator kills. So that works really well together. I have the other ability unlocked, but not fully leveled, like the armor strip, the shield strip. But the being that Titania is, at least the way I have her built, is basically a glass cannon. I do a shitload of damage, but especially like higher level steel path, like once you get to 1K level enemies and stuff like that, it's like two shots to kill me. I survive by not getting hit, you know? One of the games, one of the longer matches yesterday, I looked at it and I felt pretty accomplished because I had 0% of the team damage taken. I managed to go the entire mission without getting hit. Uh, but when I do get hit, especially if for whatever reason my buffs are down or I take like too many Eximus ability shots at the same time, I will go down really quickly. So having that self revive ability is nice. And just in general, the extra armor buff helps my survivability. As Titania, I don't really use melee the way I used to, although in the new build, the melee is stronger than it used to be. Now I'm using it occasionally. But um, yeah, that's just what we're working on today, really, is grinding up hate and despair for um, Necros because we were all Neramon, all melee, and the despair was basically to get headshots when farming. And not despair. Despair is the only one I don't have. It's dread. I don't know how. I've got almost 1,500 hours in the game now and still don't have a single despair drop. It's like the most RNG drop in the game. And it's always funny because every time you look at the wiki for any of those three stalker weapons, there's always someone else. It's like 2K hours and I don't have dread yet. And it's like, meanwhile, I've had like 5 dreads. It's like, what is going on here? I really wish we could trade that. Or maybe like they're not tradable weapons, so you literally need to get the drop and you can't really farm Stalker. You kind of can. There are ways to get him to aggro on you on purpose and show up in missions, but it's not like um, some of the other farms in the game where it's kind of just you show up, you do the mission, and you rinse and repeat. It's a little more complicated. You need to get the kill mark on you, and there might be an item you can use to force spawn him. There are with some of the other things like the wolf, but the point is, it's not something you can just straight up farm the as easily as you can other things. So I still don't have despair for whatever reason, but when I do, I'll probably put them on Necros just because why not? You know, give him the full Stalker kit. But I really, really love Hate. In fact, it's still one of my favorite melee weapons to this day. I think uh, I don't know why. I just love the Stalker weapons. Hate and Broken War are two of my favorite melee weapons. I've actually started building War, non-Broken War. Now, people universally agree, for the most part, that non-Broken War is worse than Broken War. And the reason is because apparently I haven't really looked at the stats of Repaired War, but Broken War is slash based, and I think unless they changed it, non-Broken War is puncture based. Also, I am uncertain, but I think Broken War may be a single-handed light blade, whereas Broken War is a two-handed heavy blade. But don't hold me on that. It's just when I remember seeing Stalker use War, I'm pretty sure he was doing a two-handed wield with it, but it is what it is. Uh, I could be wrong, but I'm two reasons I'm doing it. One is for mastery rank. You know, I'm at that point where I'm starting to run out of mastery rank. So I'm just crafting things. However, I will say if you're going to build War, build a second Broken War, right? Because the first Broken War that you get comes with a potato pre-installed, which means you don't need to forma it as much, and it's still one of the best melees in the game. Easily able to do Steel Path, even though Titania's a status build. I have it on her, and I still use that weapon just as a crit build because the primary thing is she's not supposed to be out of flight mode. So if she's out of flight mode, she just needs kills as fast as possible. And you find yourself a nice Eximus, you can just go ham on that thing, mercy it, get that energy orb, and with equilibrium, you get the health orb that gives you energy too. Pretty much all I need to do is kill one Eximus, and I get back into flight with Titania. So I'm just like, well, I'll just use Broken War and crap damage on things. Now, War is probably my favorite melee for taking down like single targets, but I love the reaping spiral stance of Hate, especially when you're just going into like a dark sector to farm resources, and you know there's going to be waves and waves of infested running at you. War is so great for Hate is so great for slicing them up into little pieces. Every move of that reaping spirals, it allows you to just keep moving through them, tearing them to pieces. I love slide attacking through infested with Hate, and I can't imagine how strong that thing will be once I get the Incarnate. In Steel Path, basic Hate still does fine, but Dread feels a little bit underwhelming, especially compared to other things like the Burston Prime, the Nautaruk, which are other things that both weapons I've used on Titania. Even the Basmu, which is not great
but still really good. Basmu feels stronger than Dread, probably just because of the fire rate and AoE capabilities. So I want to see what happens when I get that Dread and Karnon and how it works in Steel Path. So yeah, that's just the plan today. We're working on back end stuff a little bit, but it's only while these videos are being uploaded because I can't stream while the uploads are going. Once I'm done uploading this, I'm pretty much just going to go live with Warframe almost immediately. So I guess I'll see you there. Again, if you guys want to know when I'm going live all the time, I'm posting it in Discord now. I used to have a Discord bot that would automatically tell everyone when I was going live, but I don't know what's going on with that thing, and I haven't had time to figure it out. So now I just post it myself, and I will post in Discord when I am going live. I will be farming Duviri until I get the Incarnons, and then once I get the Incarnons, I'll farm whatever the frame I have is. It's a frame I don't have, so I can feed it to Helminth. I don't remember what I chose this week though, but yeah. And then after that, I don't know what I'll do. Probably just there's so many other little things I can work on in Warframe. If anyone from the clan or anyone from my community wants help farming stuff in Warframe, especially Circuit before the weekly reset, definitely hit me up in game. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna go drink my coffee, upload these videos, and then get ready for the stream. I will see you guys later. Cheers. I love all of you, and God bless America.